Hey guys, I'm Miko from Elmo Sound Lab, and this is Amped Volcano or Volcano, kind of like tomato and tomato. Okay, there's actually quite a lot to go through with this plugin release. This is probably the biggest amp sim release for Elmo Sound Lab yet, for multiple different reasons. That being said, we had to split these videos up to 3 different videos. If you just want to hear what Amped Volcano sounds like, go check another video that is mainly just focusing on different tones you get out of this plugin. Now, something that's huge about this release is that we are no longer using just Volcano amp modeling. We are actually using AI-based amp modeling with Volcano tone stack. So this is our new hybrid amp modeling system. I'm gonna be going through all that in detail in a separate video as well. If you're interested in that, go check that one out. And this is the 3rd video. This is the main video where I'll be going through everything as quickly as possible. Okay, let's start running through this actual plugin. So this Volcano overdrive is based on a 2005 era amplifier. So this is one of the old ones. This is not the new reissue one. And what that means is that this is actually a little bit more hefty in the low end in comparison to the new one. So we have the overdrive channel of this, we have a crunch channel of this, we have the clean channel of this, but even more importantly, we have the Asteroid. Now, Asteroid is based on another amplifier made by the same manufacturer, and this is actually their modern take of what a modern guitar amp should be. So this actually has more gain stages, with, I would say, a very similar sound in the high gain section. So we can actually do a comparison of that very soon. But we have the red, which is the full blast high gain, slightly lower gain with the purple, slightly lower gain with the blue, all the way to the green, which will be a clean channel. Now, what I love the most about these amplifiers is that I have a very similar taste in tone shaping and sound design, where I feel like the amazing guy who made these amplifiers in the first place designed it so that if I have all the knobs at noon, it's gonna be a perfect guitar sound pretty much all the time. So let's start with that. All the knobs are now at noon. I'm gonna be playing the same P90 equipped guitar into my interface, and this is the sound you can expect. I'll even turn off the noise gate so you get a sense of the realistic noise that you get out of the amplifier. Remember, this is AI amp modeling, so everything is extremely accurate, just like the real deal. That just sounds amazing. Let's compare that to the red channel of the Asteroid. So even more aggressive sounding, a little bit more gain even, and just tighter overall. So slightly more modern sounding, but with the EQ tweaks you can get them sounding identical. It's just with the knobs straight at noon, they sound slightly different. Now, while we're here, let's go through all the different gain stages that we have here. So from red going to purple. Now that immediately reminds me of sort of a Marshall-y sound, where you just get the kerrang. Really something that I haven't felt you can actually get out of the old school amplifiers. Then we have the blue, which is kind of a slight overdrive. So a very classic sort of, also a Kerang meaning British, sounding overdrive in my opinion, which is really not the case with the old one. Then we have the green asteroid channel. So even the clean channel has a tiny bit of hair to it, even with P90s. Well, these are quite hot P90s. You will notice that the real life amplifier just has a tone control. That is the treble control here. And we could implement other EQs into this setup, so why not do it? Because we could. This EQ section is otherwise, I believe, the exact same section that is on the blue channel, but we have the tone knob as the treble. Now, if we compare this clean to the old school clean, it sounds like this. And then we have the old school crunch. So you'll understand why I sort of demonstrated these last, because I really love the different colors on the asteroid. All the channels sound really good. I would say with these old school amplifiers, and even the reissues, I've tried them as well. I've owned them as well. It's all about the overdrive channel. That's what it's all about. And then you have the other channels that can help for other tones. I feel like with the asteroid you actually get some very usable sounds out of every different gain stage. If you're new to our amped plugins, we have a really precise tuner that is not at all forgiving. So even this guitar is pretty much perfectly in tune, but it gives you the truth. I have likely a string gauge that isn't good enough for this tuning, so I'm running really thin strings, and for that reason it's giving me the truth. It's not really staying in tune. So this is a very precise tuner that we have in here. On the pedal board we have a noise gate that you heard. It's actually really good. So on most plugins that I find out there that have amp modeling and they have a noise gate, it's very tricky to get it sounding natural. That is something that I think we really have nailed all along, and this is actually something that we have been fine-tuning throughout the years. But just let's crank up the gain a little bit more so you can really hear the noise. Let's turn on the noise gate. And right around there we don't hear any of the noise anymore, but there's no annoying hiss or sustained the hiss or wait time or hold for the noise gate. It just works instantly. So this is something that I'm very proud of, actually. Then we have a compressor that is pretty much based on a rack 1176. So it's maybe even more saturation than compression, but anyways, it's a one knob version of an 1176 type compressor. Then we have a drive pedal that is based on that famous green pedal. Then we have a chorus that is extremely versatile. So if I wanted to, I can have this be just like a Boss CE2. Let's just have a listen. Or if I wanted to, I can have this be like a horror lead or something like that. So just have everything on and you get... I mean, if you wanted to. it's extremely versatile in that way. Then we have a delay that is an analog model delay, so all the repeats get degraded. So just boost the feedback and mix so you can hear it even better. Very beautiful sounding. And then we have reverb with, controversially, an actual 100% neutral mix knob. So if you have the reverb full on, you're just hearing the reverb. So you can actually do something like this where you just have a tiny bit of mix in there and you get sort of this spa echo where you can play something and you will have this long reverb sustain. So and so on. So these effects are extremely high quality. These are amazing. These are designed to really make this plugin work in a bunch of different scenarios where you just need a completely different kind of sound. Now, obviously, what kind of cabs are included completely changes the sound of a plugin. So we actually have a mega oversize, we have a March Mofo, so that's a Mode 4 cabinet. Then we have the Mega Green, so that is a greenback speaker, so you can also pull off some British tones. And I think I had like Tea and Biscuits British is the second preset here. So let's just see how British this can actually sound. Now, personally for me, it's really important for me to demonstrate this because I've heard quite many people say that this amplifier sounds so American that it's not for them. I would say that it can sound very British. It's just what kind of speakers you're using. Remember who played this amplifier, who made this famous, really were known for super high gain tones, even though they based the dual rectifier on this amplifier schematic. So if you didn't know, if you love dual rectifiers, this is probably closest to the really super early rectifiers out there. So go give this a try. And while on the topic, as with all amp plugins, there's a free trial, so you can try this out forever. It has the annoying nag pauses, so it might disturb your work, but hey, it's there to remind you that you need to get a license. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you later, and go check the other videos if this wasn't enough. Thank you. See you later. Bye bye.